Hi, I'm Vivian the Knitter.
And I'm Emily the other knitter.
And I'm Allison the Crocheter.
And this is episode 147 of Keep Calm and Carry Yarn.
Hi! Is this the first? No, it's not. No, we've done. Wait, this is the second. The second, we're all together in Michigan.
It's the first one where she's a regular host.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. I think you've been guests at least twice.
All three of us? Yeah.
Nice.
Happy New Year!
Yeah, I was gonna say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, 2025.
Yeah. Allison tried to skip 2025.
Yeah, I kept thinking it was maybe 2026.
Not quite.
No. But yeah, we've been enjoying our few days together.
Yeah.
I'm just getting over a cold.
Too fast. My last day. I leave today and tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. It's gone by too fast.
Oh.
No, I've been here for.
It's still gone by too fast.
I know, but Alvin's here for only half that much.
I know. Stupid Allison.
Stupid living in Scotland.
Well, I am not the shortest of the three of us yet. I'm sunken in. I think it's just
you're
the
sitting
couch.
with your feet on the floor, and Allison and I are sitting with our feet on the couch.
And I can't because your knees are like
We trapped you in.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, what should we talk about first?
Do you want to do our year in review first?
Okay. Our year in review.
Oh gosh, I'm looking at the spreadsheet and somebody's won in terms of.
I've always won.
Yeah, you always win. What?
I have 22 projects.
Wow.
13 hats, 2 shawls, scarf,
many.
1 sweater, 2 baby sweaters. I didn't count the baby sweaters as the regular sweaters. What was I saying?
2 baby sweaters.
2 baby sweaters, 3 miscellaneous, 1 cowl. And Allison had 7 total. 2 vests, 2 shawls/scarves, 1 baby sweater, and 2 sweaters.
I made 2 vests.
2 vests, the Kishi vest and your sequence vest.
Oh yeah,
So
that's more like a tank top.
Tank/vest. Okay.
Yeah.
Emily has 4 total. 2 sweaters, 1 t-shirt.
What?
1. I don't know. 1 front.
Is that just the knitted things?
Yeah, I didn't count.
Counted, I had 2 home prints, but you counted.
I
one
count.
is t-shirt and
What
one
is
it?
Okay, 3 sweaters, one pair of
socks.
socks, and 1 shawl/scarf.
Oh.
No, that's not right. That was no, this is not right. This is I started putting Allison's stuff in your column by mistake.
Oh yeah, well, that would make it 5.
Yeah, so
it's
you
4.
have 4. But you have a baby, so
And
I'm surprised. I'm impressed that you made
sewing
3
and
sweaters.
sewing
Yes,
stuff.
I didn't
yeah.
add that in here because it was too difficult. I didn't know how to.
I was gonna say I'm happy. 7 is like
That's
more
a good
than
amount.
1 every other month.
Yeah, that's good enough.
So.
Yeah, I mean you had 2 sweaters, 2 knitted sweaters.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good because you've never really knitted stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And can I just say half of all the 2 home fronts are both fingering weight?
Yeah, that's true.
Those took a while.
Mm-hmm. And I did not.
Do a lot every year, so.
Well, I added a bunch of hats at the very end. I was like, oh, I haven't done my charity hat, so I just.
Did you include the cardigan you finished for me?
I did.
That you're gonna rip out.
I did. That's the only
Wait,
sweater
you're
I
just gonna
finished.
rip it out?
I'm ripping it out.
Yeah.
Did I know this already? And I'm just remembering.
Don't know.
Forgetting.
The Fairfield, the brown one.
Yeah, I know.
I tried it on and it was.
It looks stupid.
Too big.
Why does it look
It's just
so
really. It's big in
big in
not
what
the
way?
right way. I don't know.
Yeah, like the shoulders are weird, and it's
too
just.
wide in the shoulders.
I don't know.
We took a video, I think, but.
I don't know. Yeah, we did, but you look stupid in it, so.
Did you talk about it? Yeah. About the fact you're going to rip it out?
No, because we tried it on. I brought it to Rhinebeck with me. And tried it on, and then we didn't really talk about our projects in that episode because we were just talking about the festival. So yeah, you're hearing it for the first time. I will be ripping that sucker out.
Oopsies.
Yeah. But you know, it's not anytime soon.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe towards the second half of the year, because I really have to finish some stuff that I have.
It took you a while to finish that too, did it?
Yes, because I can't remember why.
You did something wrong, and you had to rip out something.
Yeah,
Stuff.
probably. That's just my life. I do that a
Are you
lot.
gonna remake it? Or you're gonna make something else.
I'm gonna make something else. We've already picked out the pattern.
I can't remember. What
I
it was,
think the yarn was just not
right.
for the pattern. The yarn was definitely
Too rustic.
no,
Too
just thicker, too thick. And then trying to get the gauge, and then just
Yeah, because you did
wasn't right.
struggle getting the gauge.
Yeah,
I see.
Oh well.
No. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed that you made 2 sweaters.
Like 4 garments.
2.
4 adult-sized garments.
Oh, yours.
Because of my 2 crochet vests.
Yes, that's true. That was very. I mean, the fact that you finished 4 things with a baby in the house plus your sewing, that's impressive too. But I still beat you. I got 22.
You like knock out a hat in a day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, only if it's a worsted weight a hat. I can't. I can't knock out a fingering weight. But I do tend to finish the fingering weight stranded, the fair out ones quickly because they're very exciting to work on.
We talk about our whips.
And I forgot to bring mine down. That's okay.
You want to go get them?
No, that's okay because it looks exactly the same. I've been working on my Yell cardigan, and I have an inch more to go before I can start doing the shoulder shaping. So it looks the same. It's a beautiful pattern. It is a beautiful sweater. I'm just
Taking your way. When I first got here, you said you had 3.5 more inches.
Okay.
You've done 2.5 inches since I got here.
It might be 1.5 inch. I might.
Okay. At least 2 inches.
So I've been working on that. I've been trying to work on that exclusively since I finished all of my charity stuff, and then the little things I made before New Year's to up my total.
Oh, I see.
It's like that, is it?
Yep.
You're just playing against yourself at this point, though.
Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, I just wanted to get at least 20 for the year, and before I started the hats.
That's so many.
Well, a lot of them are hats.
Yeah. It's charity hats, right?
Charity hats.
Yeah, but when you say charity hats, it's not like you just made like the simplest hat you possibly.
Oh yeah, because that would be too boring.
Yeah.
And then so I'm really lazy with my charity hats. I just give them to your dad, who puts it on the giving tree or whatever you want to call it. They have a mitten tree at work, and he just puts it on there. And then he says that people admire them, and they look forward to like, what's Vivian gonna do next? So there's that.
I just need to go.
What have you been? You don't have. What have you been working on? What are the whips?
I've been working on my Woodland walk socks, which I talked about last time, and still on the first sock, but
starting. Wait, did you start the heel yet?
Yes,
you already did the heel. There you go.
I'm on the foot now. It's shaping up quite nice.
I'm just gonna bring it to the camera.
Which is far away.
It's
my second pair of socks ever.
Yeah, it's got the lace.
Technically, I started those first.
Yeah. Lace up the legs, and the
heel flap has a bit of texture on it. Yeah. And it's a nice ivory color, nice plain ivory. Well, you don't want to do anything too dark because you want to be able to see the lace.
The leaves of the leg.
Nice. Well done.
I just cast romper for Mitten, but it doesn't look like anything. It's kind of because it started at the crotch.
What is it called?
Oh, sailboat. This might be sailboat romper. It's it's a Vogue knitting pattern.
Vintage?
Yeah.
She loves a vintage pattern.
Sailboat Sun-Suit.
Just gonna get the swatch.
From 1954.
What yarn is it? The red, a kind of slightly orangey red.
Yeah, it's a colors brick colorway.
Cotton, yeah.
Yeah, it's just from Knit Picks.
It feels nice. It feels nice.
I mean, I don't love how vintage patterns are usually done. But it'll be quick.
But it's fingering weight. It's not short weight. Oh, is it DK?
Pretty quick. It's got a little. I mean, it has a little sailboat on the bib.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's supposed to be for swimming, I guess, or beach.
Oh, okay.
In the little model, he's wearing it with nothing, but it's basically like overalls with like short shorts, like.
Oh, okay. Perfect for Florida. So,
yeah, that's it.
I have a whip. So it's a new whip because the ones I had on the go were either too big to bring in like my carry-ons or too complicated. So I started a new project from the Shawl Project Book 4, which is part of the Crochet Project. Well, not that I don't, which is no longer a thing anymore.
oh, really?
Yeah, they closed it down. I feel like I probably should have saved this for the archive, Cal, but you know, whatever. It's something that's been in my queue for a while, so long that like it's kind of probably gone around the bend of like not something I would pick if it were right now. But it's called Intersection by Joanne's Grace, and it's this whole book is made for gradient yarns back when that was like, you know, really trendy.
Yeah.
And so the scarf itself is a series of like shells, big
Pretty.
Are there
fan shapes.
A lot of shells in this?
No.
Oh, okay.
The other one that I made
The other
is
one
a
had
different
shells.
book, yeah. So I had bought a gradient yarn from Vogue Knitting Live back in the very beginning of 2020.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
pretty.
Freya fine hand paints. It's a 100% merino, cruelty-free U.S. merino, and it's a lace weight, but it goes from like a acidy green in the middle, and then it lightens up almost into like a mint, a very light mint green, and then to light gray to a dark gray. So you do the shells sort of independently. So I've just started the third shell, and then you get to like a certain number of rows, and then you start to attach it.
Oh, okay.
To the main bit of the scarf. So you can kind of see like the first shell is the darker green, and then it goes a little bit lighter. So I'm getting like gradients in.
Oh, I like that.
I will say this green is like, you know, it's that brat green at the moment.
Brat.
Yeah, Charlie XCX.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about either.
This is what happens when you're the only non-mother in the group.
I'm always clueless. I don't know what you're talking about, even pre-baby.
Charlie XCX released a new album called Brat, and the album art is just says Brat on like bright green.
Oh, okay. I was aware of the brat trend, but I didn't realize it was
Brat summer.
So does that mean that is so? I don't know. So that color is
the acid green was trending at one point. Yeah. I'm not really sure about it's been interesting making those sort of like half circles.
Mm-hmm.
They're not done in the way I would have like designed it. Like there's the way the increases are done. So the half circles, they parts of it look kind of ribbed, and then other parts have a sort of lace section. And the increases are pretty much just done in the lace sections. And so it results in
kind of ripply.
Yeah, it's kind of ripply on the bit that should be straight. So I mean, it'll block, I think, okay, but you know, I feel like you kind of have to block it to get it straight. Like the actual design of it itself isn't conducive to that straight edge.
Where it don't have the increases, it's like cupping.
Yeah. So not really sure what the thinking behind that was. But I'm just gonna keep going and see how it is. And
It's beautiful yarn.
yeah, the yarn's nice.
Is it lace weight or?
Yeah, it's lace weight. So I remember I had originally bought some yarn. I don't know, maybe at UIF. That's a gradient as well, gray to orange. I think thinking I would make this, but it's a fingering weight, and yeah, it needs to be lace weight. So just a single, obviously single skein because it's the ombre. So yeah, that's my, well not Evo, my whip.
We're skipping our BuzzFeed
Okay.
because
It's just harder to do when we're all sat like this.
Yep.
Do FOs?
FOs. So I finished a bunch of stuff. I finished another pair of ankle warmers. Right here. They're like short leg warmers, and these are going to Allison because she's bringing it to her friend. And they're just rib 2x2 rib, and there's an increase at some point.
Yeah. So does that mean? Oh yeah.
There is.
Yeah, there's an increase there. So that's the bit that goes towards the foot.
No.
Oh no, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no pattern. I think I might have wrote down in my notes how many I cast on for.
Would you object if I feel like it needs a little just like a little crocheted edge on so you can tell which side's the top and which side's the although the recipient is also a knitter, so she'll probably be able to tell.
So does it really matter that much though?
Probably not.
Because it's all ribbed, so it's stretchy.
Yeah.
And the other hat, I made a hat for Madeline's girlfriend. It's called Going Vertical, and it is by Lisa Ellis, and it's got this interesting crown decreases, and so I did a green and a royal blue. I don't know how to explain it, but the very top, instead of a lot of hats, you decrease to 12 stitches or whatever, and then you pull the yarn through it and then you cinch it. But this one, it's called a Russian, not a Russian join, that's a Russian graft. So it's kind of like a Kitchener, except it's more like instead of how Kitchener is just very smooth, it's more like I guess a pearled Kitchener. I don't know how else to explain it. So I've been, I was very interested in how that was done. So yeah, the body is just a very simple geometric, stranded, and the brim is a twisted rib, not twisted rib. Yes, twisted. So the knit stitches are twisted. I don't know how I feel about the twisted ribs because they're not as stretchy as a traditional rib.
So they don't cinch in as much.
Yeah, and then it doesn't it kind of pops out. It just kind of pops out more. It's not like a smooth transition from where the ribs are, and then we go to the body. It just sticks out more.
Yeah.
But it looks fine when it's on the head. It just looks weird to me. To my eyes, it just looks weird when it's laying flat. Yeah. And then my last FO is just a pair of wrist warmers, fingerless gloves.
No, fingerless gloves. Or mitts.
Mitts.
Fingerless mitts because
there's no fingers.
Yeah,
just the thumb. There's no pattern. No, actually, but I did base it on that. What did I base it on? I based the thumb gusset on the mitts that I made out of my Iceland yarn, which is called the Sutton Mittens by Hannah Levaniami. I made, it had ribs and everything. So the thumb gusset starts at the bottom of the palm and goes
Kind of like your
increases. Yeah. Yeah. That was it, and it's just Liberty wool that I bought from Hub Mills going on business. I still have a lot of that.
Very nice.
They're kind of like mismatchy because.
Yeah, because it's from the same skein.
And there's a small project because it's like one of them is all dark.
Yeah.
Like green, dark green and blue at the bottom, dark blue at the top, and then the other one's like all light, light blue.
Because it's
yellow.
supposed to be like a long, what do they call a long stripe. That's it. That's all the FOs I have, and I have a well, they're very small projects. I have a jacket that I don't know. Sometimes when I wear it, like when I'm driving, the sleeves go up down to here, and my wrist gets cold. But then I don't want to wear like full gloves, and so I thought this would be a good trade off for driving.
Yes.
Yep. That's it for me, anyway.
Do anything?
I don't have it with me, but second home front jumper on the 30th. Made it in there. But I'm really happy with it. I think it came out better than the first one. One, because it had enough sleeves.
Oh,
the
puffy.
right leg.
You wanted to make it puffy too.
Yeah,
right?
it felt a little tight, so I did make it a little bit bigger, but I think it made a little bit puffier at the top. And then I think the color transitions very nice because I don't have that hourglass shape. That
Yeah.
I feel like you that kind of style. So like the ribbing is supposed to go from your at the hem. It's supposed to go from your hips to your waist. So like it should like really bring it in
Accentuate,
at the waist, and then up towards the bust. But I don't have an hourglass figure, so it doesn't really look the way it's supposed to. But on this one, the ribbing is all the main color, and the stripes start with the accent color going up to the top, just above the bust stripes. So I feel like the separation of colors kind of helps give the illusion of an hourglass figure. But yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Nice. We'll add pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can add pictures. And then you
I have one which I forgot to mention last time, which is my Sutton Shawlette. And that's I feel like I can't talk and go forward because the microphone's up here. Just crocheted granny in the center and then knitted. And this is the one where I did like the deep short rows. But it's cute. I like it, but I don't think the row ends are right. So I actually adapted it to try and make it less tight. Like, so when you look at it, because it's a bandana shape, a triangle, it actually curves at the long side. Because I think, I don't know, but
I
there's
think
not
it's
enough.
just the nature of. Oh, so you wanted like stretchier rather than like this?
Yeah, stretchier on this on the
so
row
it doesn't
ends, so it doesn't curve. Or just
well, you could sometimes to combat that. Some people will do like a yarn over and then knit, and then when they come back, they drop the yarn over.
But I mean, so the problem. Well, I say problem. Like, so I wanted to be able to wear it, like tied at the front with the point in the back. But if I tie it, it just it curls up, and then you don't really get the point anymore on the back.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's fine. So it's just different, But I probably didn't have quite enough yarn either. So the tie in the front
The yarn is really soft.
It's 100% alpaca. from, I can't remember what the alpaca's name is, but I got it at Tangled in Galashiels. And they tell you which alpaca
the name
it
of the
came from.
alpaca. That's really
Yeah.
cute.
If you had like a shawl
Yeah.
or something, just put it.
Mm-hmm.
They sell those shawl cuffs that you can just
Yeah.
like snap it.
I saw a hack. I don't know if that's the right word, but like my scarf's not long enough, but because normally when you tie stuff like that, like one of the it kind of goes up and down. They were like, pardon me. You like tie one side into a knot loosely,
Shove the other one.
and then shove the other one through. Then your knot goes like that. So it works better for. I mean, it's okay, but if you've got more material.
Yours is nice.
Yeah.
It's 100% alpaca.
So yeah, that's that. FO.
Is the crochet part, is it tight or is it looser than stretchier than the
It's not, the crochet part is not stretchier, but I think it's flatter. I also on the plane I was wearing a mask, and so I had it, tied like a bandana around my head and have the mask straps on the bandana. That helped. And then the other FO that I have is not my FO, but I wanted to share it. I got Madeline as my Secret Santa last year, so I bought her the Pony McTate Crochet A-B-Sea book, which is instructions to make a crochet blanket where all the different squares have a different sea creature on it, A through Z, like that. But I'd seen it ages ago, and when she had first decided she was going to study marine biology, I like had it in my head. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll make it for a graduation present, and then of course that never happened.
So just make her make it.
Well, part of it was like I wanted to wait to make sure she was like she wasn't going to change her mind. And then at that point I was like, there's no way I'm going to finish that. But I quite like this blanket because they don't necessarily pick the most obvious animals for each letter. So like L was loggerhead turtle, D is deep sea angler, B is blobfish. So on Madeline's behalf, she finished it. Didn't
she finished?
Yeah, in less than a year. Because I got it for last Christmas. So.
Yeah.
That's the microphone. Yeah, it looks great. Really good job.
Yeah, she did a really good job, and it's kind of on the small side, so she could definitely use it as like a wall hanging instead of a blanket, and then you can see the whole thing.
I wonder what the original dimensions were supposed to be.
I don't know. I mean, I can look in the book.
We got her DK weight yarn. Obviously, not the same yarn as, because this is a British book.
Is it?
Isn't it? I thought it was. The funny thing was that she saw it at the bookstore last year.
The day on Christmas Eve.
So yeah, a year ago, not this past Christmas Eve, and then UK terms. Oh, yeah. And then she was like, "Look, mommy," and then you were behind her going like.
That's funny.
And then she was looking, and then we looked online, and Madeline's like, "Oh, I think I can get it a digital copy instead. It'll be cheaper." I'm like, "Yeah, that's a good idea."
Oh, geez. It's like you didn't buy it right away.
Yeah.
70 centimeters by 82 centimeters, or 27 inches by 32 inches. So that's not that big actually.
Pretty small.
Because that's less than a meter both ways. So
yeah.
See in the picture on the cover.
Oh, it's on a chair.
Draped over a chair. That doesn't look.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, so.
Yeah, she got really tired of making those squares after a while.
Did she do all the background squares and then the little animals?
Pretty much, yeah. Except
see
for
how
the
that would get
corner,
boring.
the corner ones she did after she was finished with the animals.
I
Pretty
just have to
sure.
share. I have to share the blobfish.
Do we not know what blobfish actually look like?
They look like that.
They look like that.
No, they look like that when you take them
Oh, out the water.
out of the deep. Yeah.
See,
But when they look like blobs because when you take them up, less pressure makes them like.
Yeah, because they're
Right, they're
really
deep sea.
Deep sea.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Poor fishy.
Yeah. I have a non-FO yarny bits and bobsy kind of, I don't know,
Sure.
thing. What?
Sorry, go ahead. You go first.
It was just a little thing. So I got these Joe's Toes slippers, which are I might have talked about them.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Yeah,
at Perth? Yeah.
no, yarning them like a
Couple
couple
years,
years
at least
ago.
a couple years
And I wear them all the time, but I obviously walk like this with
Pronated? Is that pronated or is that?
on the inside. Maybe? Or no, sorry, the outside. The outside. So I was wearing holes into the outside bit, into the felt. And so rather than get new slippers or whatever, I had leftover balls of wool roving
owl?
from my needle felted owl project. So I've just like needle felted some little patches on the front and the back, or the insides.
I saw that. I
and
didn't
the outsides.
realize that's what that was. I was like, did she get something stuck
Yeah.
on there? Or?
So I mean, they're like
It's
not
different color.
they're not really color matched, but I mean it's lighter on the inside because that's
Slippers.
and then on the outside So I think she's done a good job. And the insides were harder because I also where my big toes are, I've like worn there as well.
Yeah.
Particularly on this one, so that was kind of hard to like get the needle in there. Yeah, so kind of.
Yeah, I just realized that I have a couple more sewing efforts. Christmas pajamas. Picture that.
Those came out really cute.
Also, they're too small for him. Start again. And also the ornaments that I made.
Yeah.
It was a fun little project.
Yeah.
They're super cute. When I opened them, I didn't realize that you'd made them.
Yeah.
And then Madeline behind me said something about the fish embroidered on hers, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds like you made them." Yeah, that's too custom.
Their initials, yeah.
Yeah.
With everybody else's is a little bit more generic, flowers and stuff.
Yeah, but cute.
Yeah. That's all we have. Yeah. Just keep this short because I heard the baby.
Yeah, and we gotta enjoy our last few hours together.
Say it like that.
Well, so
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. What do you say?
Thanks for listening.
And remember to keep calm.
Take care, yarn.
Bye.
Happy New Year.